Ooh. What's up, good people? It's time for another session of that verbal cardio, man. First of all, I want to apologize for my voice. It's a little raggedy. I had 3 shows this past weekend. My voice has been trash long term. So I talk for a living, and my vocal cords are just like done. I need to go get them checked. Make sure I don't have no polyps or anything like that on them. So I got to get that checked. That way, because I want my silky smooth voice back. I don't want no weak shit. Cause I don't be up there singing Bohemian Rhapsody or some shit. I just be up there telling my little jokes. I don't know why my voice gets all tired and raggedy and ashy. Because at the core of what my voice is, it's deep and it's like, smooth. It's not all raspy and ashy. Like I be singing music boxes, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like just to hear me talk when it's ashy, you would think I could sing, but I can't. You know what I mean? Like those good singers, they be ashy in the voice. Like listen to Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, they got a little smoke on them. You know what I'm saying? Little Virginia Slim on the vocals. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. Water though. This is what y'all need to be drinking. This is what needs to be in your life, man. It's my co-host. Tony's co-host. Shout out to Kat for getting me this. Tony's co-host, water. Water is with me every step of the way. Hopefully y'all drinking a gallon a day. You know what I mean? Gallon a day. Make sure you're getting all the water intake you need. It's everything. It's essential. It's vital. Anytime they're looking for life on other planets, they like, well, if they got water, they got life. There's a reason for that, man. Water is key. But then on the other side, they be like, well, there's life on Earth just by happenstance. So now it's just like, okay, so is life on Earth just luck, or is it actually the proximity from the sun? Which one is it? Because there's a lot of planets with the habitable zone, as they like to call it, where you can be a certain distance from the star to create, the conditions that could support life. But then they be like, well, we only got life on this planet because these asteroids hit here, and then this and that was going, and then the collision that gave Earth the moon, and then the moon, and then the tides doing this, that, and the third can create. And it was just like so many different factors. It's just like, well, now it's like, well, shit, is life just pure luck now? Even if you are on the right distance, I'm like, man, I'm confused now. You know what I'm saying? The possibilities are endless. But the universe is so big, it's just like, I hope when we die, we can travel through the universe as spirits or whatever's next after we die. Can I get to travel and see space and other planets and other worlds? That would be the ultimate. And there's so much ground to cover that you could just be out there for, billions of years. And it's just like, why is this shit so big? It's crazy big.
Yeah.
Not to get on my Tony deGrasse Tyson shit. Shout out to Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's going to be at the Wilbur Theater. I saw him on the marquee when I was leaving. Shout out to Boston, first and foremost. The energy was incredible this weekend. Shout out to Hartford, Connecticut. They had good energy too. But man, that Boston boy. I got to perform in Boston more often. And y'all came out on the school night. Gave me a record in attendance, and I appreciate it. I know I'd be worrying about shit, but I appreciate it, Boston, and everybody that came out on the school night, out of your busy lives, making the time for me. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Sabrina, producer extraordinaire, is here.
You're
You know what I'm saying? We got Amir on the ones and twos, scratching and mixing.
there you go.
I was watching the People's Party with Talib Kweli, and he had Just Blaze on there as a guest. And Just Blaze sat up there and said that Jay-Z completed the bulk of the blueprint in a Friday to Sunday span. They came in there. It was Kanye, Just Blaze, Jay. He said they completed the bulk. There's a couple other producers on the record, but he said they completed the bulk, the core of Blueprint In 2 days, 3 days, Friday to Sunday. A landmark album like that done that quick. I'm just like, man, there's no way. But then there's a way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, God damn, the Blueprint? Now, if it was like, Kingdom Come or, you know what I mean? Goddamn. What's the other album I don't really come back to? Holy Grail. What's the one with Holy Grail on there? Magna Carta?
Yeah, Magna Carta.
If it was those albums, I'd be like, yeah, all right, Friday to Sunday. Yeah, it sounds like it. But goddamn, the Blueprint?
So yeah, that's a top 3 right there. Top 3
Man,
Jay-Z.
The Blueprint is an amazing record. It's a good album. Jay-Z got 3 classics. Reasonable Doubt, the Black Album, and the Blueprint. I consider them classics. And he's one of the artists that has multiple classics, in my opinion. I feel like the Roots have multiple classics. I feel like Outkast has multiple classics. I feel like Kanye West has multiple classics. I feel that Nas has multiple classics. I feel that Common has multiple classics. Who else got multiple classics? I don't know off the top. Somebody said in the chat, Ice Cube got classics. America's Most Wanted, Death Certificate. Hard to argue against those. Lupe has multiple. I think Lupe's first 2 albums are classics. I think Lupe's first 2 albums are classics, in my opinion. Wu-Tang as a whole has multiple classics. Like I consider End of the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers a classic. I consider Only Built for Cuban Links a classic. I consider Liquid Swords a classic. I consider Iron Man and Supreme Clientele classics. And DMX. DMX first one is a classic. I don't know if I would give DMX multiple classics. I don't know if I would give him multiple classics. Me personally. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all be like, hold on, don't. Hold on. But me personally, I consider DMX debut album to be his classic. It's Blood of My Blood. I don't know if I would consider that a classic as a whole. And then there was X. Nah. Even though that was his best-selling album. And then the Grand Champ, and then the Great Depression. Nah. You disagree?
Oh, yeah. But that's neither.
You think the second album's a classic?
I think Flesh of My Flesh is dark. And then there was X, yeah.
You give them 3 classics.
Yeah. I would say it's...
I don't think you...
I feel like Flesh of My Flesh and It's Dark is definitely classics. So that's multiple.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
but you just gave it to 3.
Well, maybe, and then there was X isn't like classic, but...
You wasn't listening to that whole album.
Man, you wasn't listening to shit. How about that? You wasn't listening to a goddamn
You wasn't
thing.
giving it. Because to be a classic, you got to fuck with the whole album.
No, but the first 2.
First 2?
Yeah, for sure.
Classic.
Yeah, I still listen to it in the gym.
The whole album?
Yeah. So remember I told you I have a playlist that has whole albums?
Mm-hmm.
So I got It's Dark as Hell and Hell is Hot, Reasonable Doubt, 36 Chambers, Big Pun is on there. I got mad different albums on there, but they're all like throwback joints. And then it just goes through. I mean, I have them in shuffle.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's the entire albums.
Okay.
And like, yeah.
Album playlists.
Yeah. And then I got Illmatic.
Oh, Illmatic.
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 That's the Renaissance version of Illmatic.
Is that your favorite Nas album?
Yeah, probably.
Illmatic. Of course. Tribe definitely
yeah,
got
Tribe.
multiple
100%.
classics on Tribe Called Quest. I would argue that they have 3. I consider their debut, Low End Theory, Midnight Marauders classics. De La Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising. Goddamn, De La Soul is dead. I don't think Busta has a classic album.
1.
Nah.
What about Missy?
I would consider Super Duper Fly to be a classic, but I don't know. Snoop has a classic for sure. Doggy Style is a goddamn classic. Doggy Style is a goddamn classic, man. And I'm talking about me personally, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
The Coming though, that's a great album.
It's a good album.
You just don't think it's classic.
Nah.
What about When Disaster Strikes?
Nah.
Nah, that's not a classic. It's good.
Cause I be skipping Busta's
Yeah.
joints. I be Skippy Peanut Butter. Drake.
Drake has a few.
So Far Gone to me is a classic, but I don't know if y'all consider that an actual album. But So Far Gone to me is a classic.
He made it like an album.
He made it like an album. How many tracks on there?
A lot. Well, the mixtape version had like 18, I think.
Okay, that's a classic. I like, what's the Drake album where it's just his head in the clouds?
Nothing Was the Same.
I like Nothing Was the Same
Yeah, that's a good
a
one.
lot.
That one's a good one.
Take Care and Nothing Was the Same are the ones that people argue about the most, for sure. Take Care they said that cemented him as like, all right, he's here to
Right.
stay that. And every time I go back and listen to it, it's like, yeah, he was definitely had something.
He was in his bag.
Yeah, and Nothing Was the Same was like a building on that foundation. Like, they got it right. Like,
Nothing
Thank You Later
Was
was
the
like, we're
Same.
trying. Take Care was like, we gonna get it. We got it. And then Nothing Was the Same was like, nah, we
Yeah.
solidified this right here.
I like Nothing Was the Same a lot. Like I go back to that album a lot. Nothing Was the Same because it's like a lot of tracks on there I fuck with. I don't like Take Care as much as the Nation does. I'll be honest. Like I don't really rock with Take Care.
It's a little dark.
It's just something I just never connected with Take Care for some reason. There's some tracks on there. Don't get me wrong. I cherry pick Take Care. Like I'll go. What's that song with Rick Ross?
Lord
I like
Knows.
a lot.
Lord Knows.
Lord Knows. That's probably my favorite song on the album. I do like the motto a lot. But there's a few. I cherry pick on Take Care. And I know I'm in the minority. I know people love Take Care, and that's probably, one of his best sellers, if not the best seller overall. I don't know. Views might be.
Yeah, Views might be.
Yeah, Views might have surpassed that. But and I like Views because of the Baker Boys. Like when I was listening to Views, I was just like, you know what I'm saying? It's all right, guys. But they were like, yo, Views, Dad. And we would sit in the car. And listen to songs from Views. So I have sentimental value on Views because the Baker Boys was feeling it. And I was just like,
Views is a Drake hits album.
It's
Basically,
it's
like
hit
a,
after
it's like
hit.
a compilation album. Honestly.
Yeah,
But I was like, but as far as like an actual album, it's all right.
yeah.
I feel like it's overrated in my opinion, but it does have a lot of like hit songs. Like you go in there, you can just pick a song and be like, yeah, I like
Right.
that song. But as a whole, like listening through, I
only
tired.
come back for like 2 or 3 on that album.
Yeah,
But I can sit with Nothing Was the Same for a long time. I can sit in that album. Little Brother has 2 classics. They got The Minstrel Show and The Listening. I consider those classics. I consider the Far Side debut album a classic. I was listening to the Far Side's second album today. Here's what I'll be doing, y'all. I'm all over the place mentally.
Is he?
It's funny how my mind works. I randomly hit up Sabrina today about somebody she used to date back in the day, and I thought about them in the shower, of all places.
Excuse me.
So it was like I was just thinking about, and here's how my train of thought worked. So I thought about, and it had nothing to do with them. Here we go. So I was in the shower and I was just like, yo, I got to get my line up for my next Tony Bacon Friends. And then I started thinking about certain comedians, and then I was just like, you know, some older comedians, they talk about what I'm doing too much and it makes me uncomfortable. Like if they give me too many props all the time, man, I remember when you was, you know, I get nervous because I'm not sure if it's coming from a place of envy or true like props. So I get nervous. I get that paid in full energy. And it's just I see a nigga shining and it's just like, you know, I get nervous. And so I was thinking about that. And I was thinking about the word envy, and I remember this girl I used to deal with said she was envious of me, and then I remember when she said that to me, I got nervous. I was just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I started thinking about that word, and then she got really pissed at me because I didn't share with her that I booked a commercial. She went off on me, and I was just like, man, you know what I'm saying? And then I started, you know, thinking about her, and I was just like, man. That was quite the wild ride that we went through, and then I started thinking about a guy that Sabrina used to talk to, and I was just like, man, that was a wild ride as well. And then I started thinking about, you know, I wonder if she ever checks up on him just to see, you know what I'm saying, just to see if people are alive. And for one, like, you know, because I don't, and I know a lot of people don't agree with me on this, but I don't prescribe to the cut my exes off unless it's something very crucial and, you know, damaging, then of course. But like for me, I care about the people I used to date. Like I care about them, so you know, I'll be checking in on occasion. Like if they cross my mind or whatever, I just check in on them just to see what's going on, what they doing, how they looking, what's happening. And I know a lot of people be like, "You dead to me. You dead to me. As soon as we broke up, you dead to me." And I've never had that mindset. And I get it when it's a relationship that was terrible and it was just like violent and whatever. But a lot of times, you know, it just, in some cases it didn't work out, or, you know, y'all just couldn't get it together, whatever the case may be. But you're never dead to me. And I just never agreed with that dead to me. Because people be like, you're dead to me over some bullshit. Like, he didn't return my call. And he just, you know, he was acting different. You're dead to me. And I was just like, that's extreme. I was like, did you ever care about these people? Or did you only care about them in regards to yourself? And that's, you know, that's where I'll be at. And so within that, I would be like, I'll be watching a podcast. I'll go about talking about space, and then I'll see a feed of, podcast interview with producers, and you know what I'm saying? A clip of The Far Side. Oh, The Far Side. And then I'm start thinking The Far Side. Now I'm on The Far Side album. Now I'm thinking about The Far Side. Now I'm just like, man, what happened to the group? You know, maybe I should make a list. You know what I'm saying? Drugs and music. You know what I'm saying? I'm all over the place mentally. So it's just like, you know, when I ask people questions, they be like, man, where'd that come from? I'm like, I'm glad you asked. I'm always down for the when people ask me what made you think of such and such, I'm always down to answer that. I'm just like, oh, I'm glad you asked, because I like giving my train of thought, because it's so silly and random, and I feel like we don't be respecting people's trains of thought. Like, we just be like, why was you thinking about that? And then he's just like, well, here we go. And then you lay out the the blueprint. It started here, and then I ended up here.
Yeah, I go through weird random thoughts all the time.
Yeah.
It sucks because like there was a moment in time where I'm like, maybe I shouldn't just speak my mind out loud. And then now I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it.
Mhm.
Like, even though it's gonna be weird and out of nowhere,
Right.
it's on my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even like, you know, when I'm randomly like, yo, what if, you know, I love making up scenarios because that's how my mind works.
Right.
Like, it'll be the smallest thing and it'll be like, yo, what if, you know, right now we look up in the sky and it's just purple, like gobs of junk coming down from the sky. What would you do? And it's like, what made you think of that? I was I was looking at Midnight's crust in his eyeballs. That man be having crusty eyeballs.
Yeah.
What if that crust gooed up
Mhm.
and just covered the entire sky? And I
God damn.
just
But that's the train of thought is mad interesting.
Yeah.
And I like that type of shit. It's like I was telling you when we were texting each other this weekend. I was just like, I like it to be dug deep on. Like to ask me, what you thinking, what you feeling, what you saying. I like those dig deeps of, and even if I say I don't know in the moment, I'll just be thinking about it and then be like, oh, I can tell you how I came to this. I just like that, and it's just
that's a slippery slope though in a relationship though.
It can be,
because I want to know where it all comes from genuinely, but you
right.
might be like, man, why she want to know? Oh, she probably think this, that, and the third, and then you'll end up thinking something completely different. When I'm just like, nah, I just genuinely want to know, because it's been like there's been times where I'll ask you more questions, and this was a long time ago, so don't ask her specific receipts.
Give me a receipt.
I can't. You know how my mind is. I remember I asked you a question about, you know how we had a lot of conversations about our past back then, and you still didn't really know me like that. So you thought I was coming from a place of like jealousy.
Right.
But now that you know me, you know that I'm never coming from a place of jealousy. It's more like, no, I genuinely like, I want to know certain things. Like I want to know like, oh, what was going through your mind? Like, what do you think they felt about it? Like, oh, like da 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 da. But in that moment, like it kind of made me feel like, okay, maybe I can't ask questions because now he's thinking the wrong thing in a negative way.
Right.
When I'm just curious, like I'm big on like the human psyche. Like I like knowing where things stem from, like with even my own self. When you ask me like, why do you do this, and I have specifics for you, I'm like, actually, when I was a kid, I did this, that, and the third happened, and I guess I still kind of hold on to it, but I'm working on it. You know what I mean? Like I like getting down to specifics, but a lot of people will look at that as a negative, and they think that it's like there's like something negative behind it, when I'm just inquisitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just want to know.
That's why you always hit me with the don't overthink this. Or don't read into it. You tell me that all the time.
Because you
don't read into this.
And it kills me when I just want to have a cool, normal, there's no hidden agenda conversation.
But to ask that is a fair question, just to be sure that it's not anything on the underside.
Yeah.
So it's not always a read into, it's just a make sure. Because,
that's fine.
So it's not like, when you tell me don't read into it, I just ask on the back end just to be sure, just to double check. Because, sometimes people do ask questions with the underline. So it's just to make sure.
But with me, I feel like with us, like we've been doing this for like it's about to be 5 years, right?
Yeah.
I feel like by now you should know, like she just be asking questions.
Right.
And if later on I'm like overthinking it or whatever, I'm gonna bring it right back up to you. You know what I mean? And be like, you know what? Like, I think it made me feel like this, that, and the third. Like I'm not gonna hide how I feel. The thing I like about us is that I could be super open and honest and like just, tell you everything and da da da. So it's like I feel like at this point you don't need to ask that unless it's like if I ask you a certain question or I say a certain thing that makes you feel like, man, hold on, you good? That's fine.
Yeah.
But also even when you said like, yo, don't laugh at me, don't make fun of me, da da da. But like that's my love language. I only roast people that I really care about. You know what I mean? So if you tell me something that to me I'm like, oh, you did this? Like, especially knowing who you are. Like you did this? Like, yo, I probably like crack jokes here and there. But it's not out of like a place of trying to shame you for it. It's just like we cracking jokes in the moment. Like, I grew up in a roasting environment for everything, but then we'd laugh about it and then move past it and then be like, okay. Right. That's like a part of communication for me is roasting in the moment. And then like, all right, anyway, so what happened?
Right. She be laughing at me, yo.
But Because sometimes she'd be funny
She
in the
be laughing
moment.
at me, man.
I'll be like, hold on, because it's just I know you, and it's just some things are just so like, nah, outlandish, and
she be laughing at me, man.
and
So
then
just be
even like one of our issues in the past was like I just felt like he wasn't worried enough about me as a woman who's lived in a place where I've gotten into physical altercations with men. I've literally had to like fight to survive just walking down a block. I've been sexually assaulted multiple times. I've literally just minding my business, not even putting myself in situations where you would think that would happen. And just when Tony would be like, nah, just go for a walk. And like in places that are kind of secluded or like whatever, I'm like, I can't do that though. And like, that was an issue. But now you be checking on me. You've gotten way better.
And now she laughing at me.
Wait, no, but let me tell you. So I was like, I'm a giggler. Like if something is cute, I'm a giggle about it. And so I text how I talk. So
You sent a voice note.
Was it a voice note? Either way, it was like, yo, this is mad cute, and I'm gonna laugh. Like it's a giggle, and he was like, yo, don't laugh at me because I care. I'm like, shut up, I'm not laughing at you because you care. It's cute that you care now, and like it's dope to see the evolution of like the man who was like, nah, you got this, to like, you good, you got this, and I love that, and I appreciate that, and I acknowledge it. Thank you for giving a fuck about my life now.
Yeah.
Because before, I would have been in a gutter and he wouldn't hear from me for like 2 days, and he would be like, nah, she good. But now he's like, wait, you good?
Mm-hmm.
See, even though there's women in here, Kiyomi said I would have laughed too. Like, aw.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna be caring if you're gonna be giggling.
Shut up.
I want some serious, like, hey, man, thanks for checking up on me. Ain't nothing funny.
I do appreciate that.
Ain't nothing funny, man. I'm making sure you good. Because Sabrina be out here hanging with people.
Your IG is still live.
Oh, shit. Sabrina be out here hanging with people in other cities, and I don't be knowing these people. So it just be like, you good. Like, who you with? What's going on? And I'm not even a who you with type of person.
And that's
so
legit.
it's just like, you going by yourself? You doing this? And it's like, yo, you going by yourself. So it's like she don't really move by herself unless it's like New York or like the city part of the city. Anything else is just like, well, you going solo?
Yeah.
And she was talking about going on a hike, and I was like, seclusion, you solo?
Well, I was talking about going to Muir Woods.
Yeah, that's another thing.
But I was gonna go during like peak hours, not like what we did. Like, because in my mind, I was like, it would be kind of cool to experience that like alone and see how I feel. But I don't think I would have done nearly half of what we did when we went, because we went mad early.
And then we got lost for a little bit.
Yup. And then it was nobody else around. Hell no.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been me. But when we were leaving, there was mad people there. And that's the part that played in my head.
Yeah.
I was like, I could go.
And we went, it was high pandemic at that time.
Yeah.
So it was probably less traffic. But
yeah.
So I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, be concerned, ask questions. And then she was giggling. I'm like, hey, man, I'm trying to do right. Because I got thrown on the grill when I was like, man, you got this.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Also, I think for the both of us, this relationship is a lot of like, we're learning a lot of new stuff. So it's like, I'm always silly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always silly. I'm going to always be silly. Even the most serious thing. I could be shot, one arm, like barely hanging on for life. I'm going to be silly. I'm gonna, like, do I look good? Like, I'm going to say something stupid. And it's just who I am. So in super serious situations, I'm going to throw in some humor just to calm my anxiety. My humor helps my anxiety a lot. I feel like if I didn't have humor to fall back on, I would have anxiety attacks 100 times a day.
Yeah.
24/7. I'd be, wait, what? I'd be dapper.
I'm dead. I'm alive.
So it's like, it's never meant to be condescending. It's just like, let me neutralize the situation. with a little bit of laughter.
Don't let Sabrina fool y'all though. Like she all innocent. She literally roasted me for shit.
Oh, I
would show her. She saw my flirts back in the day. She was roasting me, and she was just like, and you know, it's a big step to show somebody you're dating your past exploits, and so it's just like, you know. And she was just roasting me. I was just like, I'm deleting this shit.
But that was also the beginning of a relationship. This is the first time that's ever happened to me in a relationship ever. I've never been in a situation. I've always wondered how like people are before me, like people I've been with. So this was the first time. And it was just funny that it wasn't like a jealous thing. I wanted to see more, but I couldn't help but like, ain't no way you're using this emoji. Like
she was roasting the shit out of me, and I was just like, you know what? I'm deleting shit.
It's cute. It was cute, but I don't think you should delete. You need to be proud of who you were.
Well, now that you sitting over there clowning me,
it got you. No. It got you buns, or it got you almost buns because you never showed up.
I don't know why.
You never showed
Flirting was fun.
I know flirting was fun, but it was just flirting. It got you.
The follow through comes with too much extra shit.
I know. I feel you. I feel
flirting was life for me, man. It was just like, well, when we gonna link up? And I would fade into, you know.
Yeah.
Because it comes with a lot, man. It comes with a lot.
I feel you.
So it was just like, you know, you got STDs to worry about, attachments, all this other stuff, and it's just like, sex comes with a lot. Even if you don't think it does, it does. That's why when I be seeing people, they be like, I'm celibate now. I was like, you was having a lot of sex. Now you want to clear your energy of everything that was going on. It's like every time I hear it, I'll be like, oh, yeah. It'd be baggage on it.
There's somebody that I know. They posted this. This was a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
They were posting about their celibacy.
Yeah.
Celibate, da-da-da. Then texting me.
Uh-huh.
So last night I was, smashing this dude, da-da-da. I was like, ma'am, I follow you. I remember
so she was lying about the celibacy?
Lying about celibacy to seem more attractive.
Yeah.
To the men's.
Damn.
Like, oh, she not out here in the streets. But she was out here in the streets. And I was just like, the hell?
Frauds.
What the hell?
You can't trust nobody.
I literally said, I was like, you know I could see your Instagram, right?
Yeah. God
like,
damn, man.
Oh nah, this is
You can't trust nobody.
And I was just like, bro. That's why I've never, ever, even if it's like a long ass dry spell, I'm never gonna be like, I'm celibate now. It's like, no, I'm just having a long ass dry spell.
Right.
On purpose.
Chilling. I'm just chilling.
Oh yeah, on purpose.
That's what I would call it, was chilling. I remember when I was single, I went months with no sex, and it wasn't even a thing to me. It was just like I was just just focused on work and just living and just raising the boys, and it was months. I was just like, man, yo, I think we might have been talking about sex in the group chat or something. I was just like, yo, I ain't been with nobody in like, I forget, 8 months, 7. It was a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, yeah, just really focused. And I remember this one girl, she was just like, yeah, I'm celibate out here, just proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
Celibacy, you know what I'm saying? Then she texted me and offered me the goods. And I was just like, in my mind, I was just like, I thought you was celibate, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, women, I'm sorry, I'm about to betray you right now. But the betrayal's about to be real. Women, it's not all, but there's like, I'm gonna go with 15%. There's a 15% amount of women out there that will do anything to be pick-me's.
Okay.
They're like, how can I be a pick-me this month? Ooh, I will claim celibacy.
Yeah.
To seem purer to the men's.
You know what's funny? That doesn't make a woman more appealing?
I don't know.
Celibacy, saying that you're celibate and we know you were sexually active, that doesn't make you more appealing to a man for the
But
most part.
they don't know. They just be like,
They just be like, because immediately, like I said, what I think is you've been having a lot of sex and now you just want to do a cleanse or whatever,
Right.
spiritual body cleanse. You tired of picking the wrong dudes are smashing, you having terrible sexual whatever.
yeah.
And I take it as that. That's why like if you're celibate for religious purposes, that hits a little different. But like when you just
Saving
saying
myself for
I'm
Jesus.
celibate. Yeah. So it doesn't make you more appealing on the guy front. It's just like, she's celibate now, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. It's like, well, shoot, you know.
But I think that's the point though for some women. Like what man is gonna
to weed out the
what man is gonna
because they'll still come and test the celibacy.
Oh yeah.
They'll be like, you know, I really like you for who you are, and then your celibacy is broken, then they still out.
Mm-hmm.
They got what they wanted.
Ashley J asked, question for Tony and Sabrina. How do you handle your insecurities individually and as a couple if you do have any insecurities? Individual, you know, it's funny. I have conversations with myself a lot. I actually had a conversation with myself on the drive here. And I was talking, I forgot how it even started. I'm really talking like I had a conversation with somebody. But I was like, I felt some sort of way about my outfit because I feel pudgy today. That was where the conversation started from. I wasn't feeling myself. I was like, my stomach is a little out there, whatever. And then I was like, bitch, like, you have a great personality. You be making people laugh. Like, you know, face is still intact.
Right.
You know what I mean? You make people feel good. You're not a hater. You're not like a villain. You don't have I was just really bigging myself up. And I feel like that helps a lot with insecurities. I just constantly remind myself, even when I'm feeling insecure in the moment, I highlight like what's dope about me. And like I really, really love my personality. Like I love my personality.
Yeah.
And that's like the main thing that I like to highlight. Because we know people who have no personality.
Oh my God.
And all they have to offer is looks.
Yeah.
So it's like
Sabrina be laughing at her own jokes, like she watching the hottest comedian. I'm like, what you laughing at? Me?
Bitch, I'm funny.
She be having the time of her life, and then she be like, yo, I said, I know I got the joke. Yeah, no, but you didn't. Yeah. So
yeah, that's how I go through my insecurities, because it's like I was insecure for so damn long in my life that once I realized all the great things about me, I'm like, I don't have to stay. Like, I'm gonna have my insecure moments for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna stay there mentally. You just gotta remember who you are.
Right.
And that's it.
You know what's funny, man? It's funny that you asked that question today. And that was a piece of the train of thought I left off. Earlier in the thought process, I was in the shower, so I was naked. So
we like that.
You know, I don't be liking my stomach. So but I was thinking in the shower, I'm very confident in my personality. Like I know this is how I view myself. You know, Sabrina gonna be like, you fine, shut up. But anyway.
You fine.
I consider myself a decent looking man. Like, you know, handsome to some, cute to others, okay to some, maybe funny looking to a few as well. I know I'm not drop dead gorgeous. I know I'm not the type of guy that walks into a room and, you know, women be like, God damn, like who's that? I know that's not my ministry. I know that it might be one or two to be like, nah, that's what I'm talking about. But overall, I'm not the heartthrob as soon as I walk in. I know that. You know what I'm saying? And what am I basing this on? Just basing it on me living with myself for this whole life of self that I just know, you know, men and women and how they respond to me. So I know that. But what I'm also aware of is that since I am decent looking, handsome to some, cute to others, all right, to some, my personality is drop dead gorgeous. Like when my personality walks into a room, it's like, yo, I like this guy. Man, women, whatever. My personality is going to come in and steal the show. My personality got a 6-pack, big dick, gray skin, incredible hairline. My personality is strong. And I stand on that and I get it. It's not like, you know, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not cocky about it. It just is what it is. Like, you know, I'm funny, you know, I can be serious and funny. I know how to communicate. So it's a good time. So with that mixed with the decent looks or the handsome or the whatever or the cute, whatever, you mix that in, and then I become like, oh, I like Tony.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not gonna be as soon as I walk into, I'm not even that photogenic. So even if you base me on Instagram, you're gonna be like, I don't know, is he short? He look kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? He got an underbite, you know what I'm saying? Teeth, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot going on. But once you get into my personality, then, and you know, people with great personalities start to look even better. It's just like, you know, there's something about Tony, man. I don't know what it is. And then, so when I deal with my insecurities, first of all, it's always been my weight. I've always had, it was like I was saying on Daddy Issues today, I was just like, yo, I was in the swimming pool with a shirt on. Straight up shirt on in the swimming pool, you know, because I didn't want people seeing my titties. And it was just that. It was just, you know, you're not going to see me with no shirt on. I'm fat. You know what I'm saying? And even now, like, you know, I deal with the insecurities of love handles, gut, and I just be looking at myself. I'll just be like, man, I ain't feeling this. I got the personality though, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, oh, I'm sick of this. Especially as a person that has lost weight, gone up, went down again, you know, it's just those moments where I just be insecure and I just be like, man, I'm gaining weight. But I be knowing the problems, I be knowing how to fix it, but it just be like, sometimes it's hard to get back on track. But I always tell myself, I'm like, yo, man, but I'm funny, man. I'm dope. I'm a good time. You know what I mean? Got good skin.
You know, it's funny growing up, or my whole life really. One of the major things as far as like that a non-negotiable for somebody that I was going to be with, like I couldn't get into a real relationship with you if I can't go everywhere with you.
Yeah.
That's always been my thing. It's never been like they have to be this height, they have to have this kind of haircut. They have to, it was none of that. It was always, can I take you places and will people rock with you?
Right.
Because you could take me anywhere and people will rock with me and I'll make the best of it. And that was always super important for me. So it works out for us because I could take you anywhere and people rock with you. It's the getting you places that's the tough part. That shit.
Once I'm there, it's over.
It sucks.
It's a wrap.
But once
you ain't got to babysit me, you ain't got to worry about me. I can hold court. It's just, you know, do I want to go? That's the question.
Yo, so we were talking about me speaking to myself, right? I do speak to myself a lot. I have conversations in the car with myself all the time, whether they're fake, they're real.
Out loud?
Sometimes out loud. Sometimes I laugh out loud. You know me, I'm a laugh out loud.
For sure.
And there'll be times where I have conversations bilingually.
Oh.
One part of me is talking in English, and the other part is responding in Spanish.
Yeah.
And I wish you could get in on these conversations.
But my Spanish is, you know, I got to get back on Babbel.
This is true.
I got to get back on Babbel. Because Babbel makes learning another language easy and fun.
Yeah.
It's a good ass time, man. Babbel got over 10 million subscriptions for a reason, man. They out here, they getting after it, they getting it done. If you had to learn another language, Sabrina, I'm gonna ask you this. If you had to learn another language outside of Spanish, you already know Spanish, so what you going with?
French.
Francais.
French.
Why French?
So I could go to Haiti and speak it out.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mhm.
Do you ever listen to Wyclef songs in French on his Carnival album?
I mean, I listen to them.
you heard them one time.
I be, you know, they be on.
If you're like me and there's a foreign language that you regret not learning in school, my regret is Spanish. It's never too late to start with Babbel. Babbel is the language learning app that sold more than 10 million subscriptions. That's diamond. Thanks to Babbel's addictively fun and easy bite-sized language lessons, you can finally cross learning that new language off your list. With Babbel, you only need 10 minutes to complete a lesson so you can start having real-life conversations in a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Other language learning apps use AI for their lesson plans, but Babbel lessons were created by over 150 language experts and voiced by real native speakers, not computers. So you won't get that, you know.
Hola, como
Right.
estás?
Parlez-vous français?
Oui, oui.
Je m'appelle Sabrina. You won't get those. You'll get some
Bon
real,
dia.
they spitting hot fire. Their teaching method has been scientifically proven to be effective. With Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. I want to learn some German just because it's in my bloodstream.
You're mostly
I'm
German.
25%. My percentage keeps going up, man. I guess I need to get in on this German. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. It's not the most attractive language.
But I would love to hear you say
Yeah.
it. The second you learn German, oh, it's going down in that bedroom.
Struggle Beard Bakery says in the chat, he says he speaks German. Are you lying?
Yes.
Oh, man. You don't speak no German, dog. How you learn German in Chicago? Goddamn.
I definitely need you to get on Babbel so I can stop speaking to myself and speaking to the cats in Spanish so I can start speaking to you.
Speak to me anyway, man.
I try.
Play hardball
I try.
and just give me all Spanish like we trapped in a goddamn. Because every time you talk to your dad on speaker, I get nervous.
Oh yeah,
Because I know he's coming for me.
He coming for you. He
And I just
always be like,
shit. Because I panic in real time.
I love it. But I do want to say this to you. I never want you to feel nervous or ashamed to say something. Because you said something like, I don't know, I forgot when you said it, but you were like that you don't want to be made fun of or you don't want to like.
Mhm.
I literally learned to speak Spanish in my 20s.
Yeah.
Fluently. I understood it all the time, but whenever I would speak Spanish, I would get made fun of all the time.
Yeah.
So you never have to worry about that with me because the
Mhm.
reason why it took me so long is because of shame.
Yeah.
Because I hated being clowned on for the way I spoke Spanish,
Right.
for the dialect, for the accent, for whatever, you know what I mean? And so I would never do that to you, and I just want you to just do it, man. Just talk back to me.
I got to feel safe with you as a teacher
But
because you know.
Spanish is different. You never gave me a chance with Spanish because Spanish is something that I really do want you to learn.
Yeah.
Because it's true. Every time I'm on the phone with my dad, he'll be like, Sabrina y Tony. I'm like, oh, he's right next to me. He'd be like, oh, Tony, ¿cómo está? But he keeps it simple with you.
He does. I still be panicking, man, because this is what he does.
This is true.
This is who he is.
I wonder if I call him right now.
No, don't do this.
I'm going to call him right now.
Because it'd be like, you be on the phone with him and I'll be driving. I want to just roll out of the vehicle mid-drive, leave you in there as the car goes off the cliff and blows up in midair. You know, it's always going to blow up in midair just because, you know what I'm saying? Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you to improve your pronunciation and accent. There are so many ways to learn with Babbel. In addition to lessons, you can access podcasts, games, videos, stories, and even live classes. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, you can get up to 55% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/verbal. That's babbel.com/verbal for up to 55% off your subscription. 55%, y'all. That's more than half off. So just go to babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com/verbal. Get 55% off. Language for life. Babbel.
Struggle Beard Bakery actually does speak German.
So he really does speak German.
Yeah, he really speaks German.
How did you learn? How did you get on the German wave? Like, what brought you to German?
Everybody's
They
asking.
saying call him up.
I'm gonna call my dad. He probably not gonna pick up. So you probably in the clear.
Ah, man, the pressure's on. You know what I'm saying?
Let's
The
see.
military. Okay, it makes sense.
Let's see.
It makes sense. Oh, man.
I bet you he don't pick up.
He gonna pick up. He gonna see what the hell's going on. See?
See, he not picking up. He at work. Oh.
I'm in.
Hi, Dad.
Hi. You know what? I got something here that I was gonna send to you. Well,
Wait.
But you never check what's up.
I'm sorry. I'll check WhatsApp in a little
You're
bit.
not a WhatsApp. I know you. This is for old people. WhatsApp. And you're a young woman, so you only in what? Instagram. What's the other one?
You could text me.
TikTok. What was that?
You can text me.
TikTok. That was the other one.
Oh,
TikTok,
true. Yeah,
Instagram.
I know.
It's TikTok,
Snapchat.
Instagram, Snapchat. Dad, you're on the podcast right now.
Hello, everybody. I'm here in New York saying hello to everybody there. How is everybody doing today?
They're doing
They
good.
doing good.
That don't sound good? That don't sound good?
Yeah, you sound great, Dad.
Tony's there?
Yeah,
Yes.
Tony's there.
Tony, ¿cómo está, caballero? ¿Cómo está?
Oh, man.
Oh, man, what the hell? That's in English, oh, man.
Muy bien.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Yes.
Can you say this for me? Carajo.
Who?
Carajo.
Carajo.
No, carajo.
Carajo.
Yeah, that's when.
Carajo.
Carajo.
Yes.
That's when you feel good and you want to do something come out right. And
Oh,
you say
okay.
carajo.
Carajo.
Alright. Good
That's-
to hear you, man. I hope to see you soon here in New York.
When you coming out here?
I'm thinking of my birthday.
When's that?
It's coming soon.
January 22nd.
January?
Yes, sir.
Come out
Okay,
here,
before
man.
that.
We got a room for you.
Now my wife Maribik is not working in Chicago no more, so she could go there with me.
Okay. We got a room.
Yeah, it's better now.
Carajo. Wait. Carajo. Carajo. Wait.
Carajo.
Carajo.
Carajo. Wow,
Carajo.
you did
Hey,
good.
man, I'm out here, man.
Carajo.
Yeah, that's when something you go to a restaurant, you like the food, and oh shit, carajo, this is good. You know? I'll give you the other part. Don't worry when I get there.
Yes.
All right, Dad. All right, love you.
Okay,
Bye.
everybody, be careful, guys. Okay, take care.
All right.
All right.
Okay, Tony, adios.
Adios.
Bye, Dad.
Bye, man. Love you. Bye.
Yo.
He be coming in.
Your dad, man. This is where Sabrina gets her personality from.
Right.
So he don't seem shy. You got like the shy thing depending on where you are.
Actually,
He does?
my father, he turns it on. As I do.
He turned okay.
I learned that from him.
Uh-huh.
I watched him and how he moves. Because when he's home, if you knock on the door, he's turning off all the lights, turning the TV off. He's not answering that door.
We know you in there.
Yeah. He don't care.
We
When
know-
he's home, he's home.
Yeah.
Don't bother him. Don't look for him. Nothing.
Right.
Which I'm the same way.
Yeah.
But when it's needed, he's on.
Yo. Just from that alone, y'all. He came in. Oh, I'm on a podcast. He didn't fumble. He was like, hey, what's going on? He was all in. This is him when he came to see us at Caroline's in New York. He came in the green room.
Oh, my
and we was in
God.
there packed. He came in there and killed the green room. He turned it on. He like boom, boom. He was giving everybody energy. We was all getting shot. Yeah, oh man. We was loving her dad.
He was gone as quick as he came.
Oh man, he came in there, gave us a hot five, and then went back to work. And when he came in here, he made his impression felt. So I'm like, man, your dad, he got some. He in the wrong business.
Oh no, he's always like what we're doing right now
Yeah.
is his dream.
Oh,
He's always wanted to be in radio.
Yeah.
And like even if you listen to his voicemail, it's very like radio dude.
We gotta have him on here, man.
Yeah. When he comes,
got
we
some
definitely
stories.
He loves the 70s. He'll tell
Come
you
on,
about the
man.
70s. The New York in the 70s?
We gotta have him on here, man.
he'll
Because
be-
he was firing on all cylinders in that little quick call.
Right.
He was on point.
He didn't even give me a chance. Hey man, I've been trying to send you something.
Yeah.
Like, hey, wait, hold
Yeah, he
on.
was ready to talk. He had something to get off his chest. But hell yeah, Sabrina's pops be on it. So that's what Sabrina gets it from. Because when we did Daddy Issues today, they were asking what traits did we get from our parents and our personality. And so we was talking about that, and I can definitely see you getting that from your dad.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How to work the room. And on the other side of Sabrina, she'll be like, yo, come over. I want everybody to come to the house. And then she'll disappear.
Yeah.
You'll be like, why you got these people over here? And that's what sucks about me with her saying, I don't got to worry about Tony. I can take him everywhere. She'll invite people to the house and leave me with these mugs. And I'm just like, hey, man, you need to bring your ass out, get off your phone, and come in here and be social, goddammit. That'd be my thing. But man, hell yeah, that was a good time. But I was sweating though, the Spanish.
But it's funny that he was talking to me in English the whole time. And then he said, oh, Tony's there?
Yeah, and he was like, ¿Cómo
¿Cómo
está?
está, caballero?
I was like, boop, 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 good, good, good. I wanted to, first of all, let me touch on this real quick. The BET nominations, the BET Award nominations. Shout out to Quinta for getting carajo. That means fuck?
Yeah.
That's what that word
trolling you.
means?
He was trolling you. I wanted to say
I
it.
sat up here and just said fuck. Fuck. God damn. Did y'all notice in the chat? I do be shy though. Look out.
But that's how you say it.
Carajo.
See.
Y'all got me cussing on air, man. I'm gonna lose my sponsorships.
He said, when you
Carajo.
go to a restaurant and it's good, you gotta say carajo.
So he was gonna have me in there saying fuck. Silverware clinking. God damn it, man. Timestamp for all this. All right. Shout out to Quinta for getting an Emmy for Best Writing for a Series. A black woman getting that Emmy is fire. Shout out to Cheryl Lee Ralph. Shout out to Zendaya. You know, we happy about these wins, man. I don't watch Euphoria. Shout out to Nika King, who's on there. She's a stand-up comedian, actress. And when you watch Nika's stand-up, you can tell she's an actress. You'd be like, oh, she acts as well. Shout out to her, because Euphoria is amazingly popular. I haven't seen it, but it's out there. Shout out to Zendaya. I'll be rooting for her. So she seems so gracious and humble. I saw her acceptance speech, and it was just like, she seems like a good kid, man. Shout out to her. I'm gonna touch on these BET nominations real quick. Best hip hop video, ASAP Rocky. Didn't even know he had a video for DMB, Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar for Family Ties. City Girls featuring Usher, Good Love, Cardi B and Kanye West and Lil Durk, Hot Shit. Bia and J. Cole, London. Future featuring Drake and Tim's, Wait For You. Drake featuring Future and Young Thug, Way Too Sexy. Those are the nominees for Best Hip Hop Video.
A couple of those videos came out last year.
Really?
Yeah.
BET they be fumbling on the timetables.
Like what is the cutoff for this stuff?
Yeah.
Because Way Too Sexy was last year. Baby Keem and Kendrick was last year. Like all these
Right.
songs came out last year, and the videos came out last year too.
I think they don't do it by, I don't think they do it by the calendar year. They do it by a certain time span. Like it might start from June to June or June to, I think that's how typically award shows do it.
Yeah, I know the Grammys, their cutoff was August, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure if it's still that, like the end of August. I know they have a cutoff here, but it's just like, it's kind of not relevant for this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But Way Too Sexy, that was a while ago. Best Live Performer nominees, Cardi B, Doja Cat, Drake, J. Cole, Kanye West, Kendrick Lamar, Tyler, the Creator. Now, I would imagine Kendrick or Tyler or even Kanye nabbing this. But I don't know what they're gonna do. Because I know we're going to see Kendrick tomorrow. I don't know if she remembered, but you know what I'm saying? We're going to see Kendrick tomorrow. You know, Tyler puts on a great show, and Kanye West, you know, puts on a great show. He gonna give you a full experience. Kanye West is like the goddamn James Cameron of hip hop in terms of he's gonna put money into the whole production. He's gonna make sure he nails it, and then he's gonna give you an experience if you go see him live. Like even his Donda, you know, performance or whatever. It's just like, man, they really got a house sitting there, and like, you know, and then he had that water tank thing going. It's just like, man, he really going above and beyond to give you a visual experience.
We went to that house in real life.
We did we pulled up on Kanye's old house in Chicago. And then went around the corner. I almost peed on myself that night.
Yeah, you did. You had to run outside and just pee.
Man, I had to pee in a random alley on the south side of Chicago. The strong, long piss, too.
You was out for a minute.
I was peeing for mad long.
Yeah.
Lyricists of the year, Baby Keem, Benny the Butcher, Drake, J. Cole, Jack Harlow, Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar. For me personally, first of all, I like these nominees right here because I know Baby King can rap. I can't really do his voice long term, but I respect the game. Benny the Butcher, his song with J. Cole is still my favorite song of the year so far. In that Uncle P's Caddy, Uncle Johnny's Caddy, Johnny P's Caddy, whatever the hell the name of the song is. Benny the Butcher and J. Cole murdered that song, and I love it. And I really like Benny the Butcher's verse. I know initially J. Cole's verse got all the attention, but that Benny the Butcher verse was cold. J. Cole always delivers lyrically. I still come back to his, was it the Off Season? Was that his last one? I come back to that often. And J. Cole murders it on features. Drake is Drake. I wouldn't consider him a better lyricist than these other cats on this list. Jack Harlow is Drake again. He's like white Drake. He's like Wake. And that's no disrespect. It just is what it is. Like when I listen to Jack Harlow, when I breezed through his album, I was like, yo, this is heavy Drake vibes. Jay-Z is back in the conversation because of his verse on DJ Khaled's album. And Kendrick Lamar is special. Kendrick Lamar is just he's so lyrically fluid that it's just you forget that he's rapping sometimes. Kendrick Lamar raps so good that you forget that he's actually rapping, and you just like, yo, this is music. This is an experience. This is art. I don't care how you feel about his last album, whether you loved it or hated it, or you feel indifferent or whatever. It don't measure up to his other albums. He's still got some tracks on there that is just like, man, this dude is beyond just straight rapping words together and just making them rhyme. It's something extra on that shit and I feel like the J. Cole album was last year, man. So I feel like give it to Kendrick. Just we talking lyricists. I like J. Cole and Kendrick in this category for this particular year. I would say Kendrick, man. Give it to him. Who you got? Based on the year.
Yeah, I was about to say like I would make some adjustments. I would take Jack Harlow off and put Pusha T up. He dropped the album this year, and ain't nobody talked about it.
I'm not mad at the Pusha T add in.
I think he would be a good contender for that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see Kendrick. I feel like Baby Keem has a standout song on the Mr. Morale album, in my opinion. He had that whole thing. It was just like a strings, just like an orchestrated instrument kind of thing.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and I was like, I like what he's doing with that. And he just jumping between like different flows and stuff. I really like Baby Keem and what he's gonna do in the future and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I can see it going to Kendrick. I didn't necessarily feel like his album was like super lyrical.
Yeah.
At least this year in particular. It was more
for him.
Yeah, for him. It was more
Yeah.
like introspective kind of stuff. So he's more so just kind of giving you raw, uncut.
Right.
Not trying to be super barred up. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
And I like that too. I'm not too familiar with Bendy myself, so I can't say. And then Drake, only reason Drake's up there is probably because of his verse on Jack Harlow's album.
Yeah.
Honestly, because he didn't really do too much rapping this year.
Right.
But his verse on Jack Harlow's album had people be like, "Oh, we kind of forgot that he can do that."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really know. I would probably just slide with Kendrick. Easy choice for me.
Yeah. Who you got, Sabrina?
On lyricist, I can't. I feel like I can't fairly answer this.
Got you.
I don't want to, because I don't know Baby Keem like that. I can't tell you anything about Jack Harlow except for what he looked like.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And then Benny, I know Benny the Butcher stuff, but I don't know it enough to even comment on this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if I were to do it on who do I like more, that's not fair.
Yeah.
It has to be. So
because honestly, like, you know, if I'm looking at it from my personal preference on who be moving me the most with the bars, it would be J. Cole, based on his last album and the features he's been doing since then. J. Cole is probably my favorite in this list. I feel like the off season was just, and I keep going back to off season, but I'm looking at it from a BET Awards standpoint, and I'll just be like, they probably gonna give it to Kendrick. And me personally, though, it'd be J. Cole just keeps impressing me. But I know J. Cole is not an awards darling. Like they usually either overlook him or altogether, or they give the award to somebody else. And I feel like the awards never give J. Cole his proper due. And I'm not sure if BET is gonna do it or what, but me personally, Cole. They be having a lot of nominees in they little categories. Who's the hustler of the year? 50 Cent, Cardi B, DJ Khaled, Drake, Jay-Z, Kanye West, Meg Thee Stallion. Those are the hustler of the year nominees.
I gotta go to Meg.
Meg be hustling.
Meg is in Marvel universe, like, you know what I mean? Like she everywhere right now.
Kanye be hustling too, though.
I feel like all the other
Kanye
people didn't
be-
already, but this is like what we expect from them necessarily already.
Yeah.
Kanye hustled his way into billionaire status.
This is facts.
I mean,
But it's like more so like the gap. Like where are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like where, you know, the same thing with the timeline. Like what's the timeline on that? Because
Right.
the billionaire thing that happened a while ago. Not like it was years, like super long time ago. It's just that in the past year, he was already a billionaire in the past year or 2 or 3, I think. So
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking.
because then DJ Khaled's like hustler. He's already like this is what we expect.
he
from
doing
DJ
what he
Khaled.
normally
Yeah,
does.
same thing with Jay Z. He's doing. What he
Meg
normally
has the
does.
newest hustle.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's why
Everybody
I
else
say
on
Meg,
that list
because
has-
this year
Yeah.
is Meg.
Everybody else has been seasoned in this.
Yeah,
And she's the new, obviously the youngest talent on there too. Like
definitely. She's the freshest face on there. They'll probably give it to her on that.
And she graduated this year.
She graduated.
she graduated. Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's
she
In
crazy.
the
graduated.
midst of
And all
making
of this.
albums,
Yep.
showing up on She-Hulk, twerking.
Yep. Doing all this stuff.
And that's a big hustle. 50 Cent be hustling these goddamn shows
He do, but that, again,
and performing at the Super Bowl and
Yeah.
trolling.
a full-time troll. That's for
I'm
sure.
Full
I'm
time.
curious to see who wins best hip hop platform, because
What's
it's
that?
Big Boys Neighborhood, Breakfast Club, Carisha Please, Complex, Drink Champs, Hip Hop DX, $1 Million Worth of Game, NPR Tiny Desk, and Versus.
Goodness
Damn.
gracious. Yeah, that is.
That's quite
I was thinking, I was like, okay. Every time you said one, I was like, okay, them. And then you said another one, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
well,
God
That's what I'm
damn.
saying. Like, there's
tough.
way
And
too many good.
That's extremely diverse.
Yeah.
You kind of go to one for like specific kind of things.
Right.
'Cause they kind of cater to like specific
The only thing I haven't heard of is Carisha Please. I've never heard of that.
That's Young Miami's
Young
new
Miami,
thing that she's
yeah.
doing on Revolt.
And it's
She sit down
actually
and interview.
it's actually like entertaining. There's one that she just did where her and Meg were like flirting. You didn't see that clip? Where she was like, she said to Meg, "Would you fuck me?"
Oh shit.
And Meg was like, "Why you say it like that?" And then Carisha's like, "Would you fuck me?"
Damn.
And then they started laughing and they're like, "Yeah, would you fuck me?" it was an adorable exchange.
Right.
But it's like she has a lot of those. Like every time I see a clip from it, I'm like, all right, like I get it. I can see why, because it's funny. Like her conversations with people are just she's just silly.
She has a big personality for that kind of thing, and she's not afraid to just kind of jump into it. Yeah, and using all of her slang and things, the terms and stuff that make it catchy. So that it's a new thing, and they're working on it. And
so she's the newest in this list.
Yeah, for sure.
Got you.
Yeah, and she's doing it.
It's definitely catching on. So she just did one with Saweetie, and she done Meg. The first one she did was with Diddy, right? Because they're
I have seen this. I thought she was Young Miami.
Her real name is Carisha.
That's her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've seen the clips then. Yeah. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
Her real
that's
name
her.
is Carisha.
Yeah,
I've been seeing her clips a lot
Carisha.
then.
Yeah.
For
and
sure.
then the Carisha Please comes, I think from, I don't know. I think it's from Saucy Santana. He was like, "Carisha Please," like, because she was going off on somebody. So like that picked up as like
got you. Okay.
Like a Twitter thing, like Carisha
It's a memes.
Please.
They always
memes.
Those
they be memed
JT,
up.
Young Miami, and Saucy Santana. They've been doing that forever like that.
Yeah.
They've been friends for a while, so they're just meme city.
So I definitely have heard of that then. Yeah, I didn't know that was the name of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
I don't know between that list though. It's been
that's a
Versus is not as heavy hidden as it was. I feel like
but
if we look at the year though,
in the past year, yeah. Well,
if we look at the past year,
on 2 years now, haven't it?
Well, it depends. Like if you look at their last year verse battles, I feel like the battles have kind of cooled off. But
I'm just
when they have a good one, that's all we talk about. Like that Omarion versus Mario, that's all we talked about for a little bit.
Yeah, it was more drama behind it than the music per se.
It's always gonna be like the
I feel like
extra spectacle of it.
The first year and a half, we definitely was more about the music. There's always drama, but the music for sure.
Yeah, but now it's like, well, that one I feel like they fumbled the ball on that last one. It was just a mess in terms of overall. They had those cats do the pre-show for way too long.
It's turned into more than just what it initially started off as, and that's I do like the NPR Tiny Desk.
Tiny Desk gets a lot of love.
Man,
they stay on the timeline.
Yeah, so good.
It's just good to see them in like that, performing element.
Yeah, like it's raw. It feels dope. I like Tiny Desk.
Drink Champs is cool. It's just it can be a lot of. It just could be a lot of just like, oh my god, like
Tony loves Drink Champs.
I love
Drink Champs is cool because you get some insight on them. They do ask some legit questions.
I love. I pull up on Drink Champs and $1 Million Worth of Game.
Yeah,
because I like Gilly is ridiculous, but funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wallow he also plays on that ridiculousness, but he's also serious and compassionate, and he feels genuine.
Yeah.
And the way they interview their guests is just like, I like this right here. Breakfast Club is the Breakfast Club. That's where you got to stop by, and chop it up. Shit. Hip Hop DX I go to every single day. I go to Hip Hop DX every day.
I see their stuff every now and then on YouTube.
I go on that website, and I've been going on that website for years. When I get on the internet, I go to 2 places every day: Hip Hop DX and Box Office, wherever I can get the box office numbers. Those are my daily stops. I pull up on Drink Champs depending on the guests. Same with the Breakfast Club. $1 Million Worth of Game. Sometimes it ain't even about the guests. It's about what the hosts are saying. And I pull up on that. Versus, I'm in there in the chat heavy.
What were the other ones? Some of the first ones you listened
Big
to?
Boy's Neighborhood.
Okay. Well, I know that's where they're gonna go to like freestyle, right?
Do they be freestyling?
Yeah, they do.
I think that's where the as of recently we've seen people do more freestyles there. But I remember, like, as far
Complex.
as interviews goes, I never really tapped into it that much.
Is Academic still Complex?
No, I'm pretty sure. I think he's on his own.
So who was hosting the Complex? Is that the girl?
Well, Complex is
Sadeska?
more
What's her name?
Nadeska.
Nadeska?
I don't know if she's on Complex either.
Wait, who's on Complex then?
Complex is just the website. You know, it's more than just what
Okay.
it branched
But
off
they
to.
do
It's a
have,
website.
like-
They used to have a podcast thing, but I don't know if they still have all of those.
Is that one show on Complex where the dude, he'll have a guest on and he'll do a head-to-head? Like, all right, Ghost, I'm going to have you do a head-to-head.
Yes, that is Complex.
I love
those.
those.
I don't know the dude's name, but I know exactly what you're talking
I
about.
love those. Like
Yeah.
when they have a guest on, because he had Pusha T on here. He was like, who has the best trap albums? And then they did the trap albums head-to-head, or the best trap songs.
Yeah.
And he would just have the guests. And they would both pick one or the other. I love those.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That's fire
I like it when
content.
they include themselves in it too. Because
Absolutely.
he had like Pierre on there, Pierre Bourne, the producer, and he was like, "Who has the best beat tag?" And he was like, he wanted to pick himself, but he's like, "Man," I was like, "I like when they make him think." You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I do. I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of it.
I like that right there.
That's Complex.
That's
that's
fire.
for sure Complex.
Hell yeah. Anyway, man, let's get the hell up out of here.
Oh, we have a review.
We got a review?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, we do. All right. So me and Sabrina, side note, I don't want to do movie reviews in verbal cardio anymore because
I didn't know that.
it's just it ain't hitting the same. It ain't hitting the same as having a specific platform for my movie reviews.
Can I
But
suggest?
yeah.
You just cut it out of verbal cardio and just do it separately? Because I thought that's what you were going to do originally.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to just split the two. It just happens that we happen to be sitting here, so it made
That's
more
what,
sense.
yeah. But even this, I don't even want this the same because I don't know. It's just I like having that theater behind me, or I could just do it at home and just sit there and sit in the window and do it.
You do have a green
But it's
screen.
just. But that being said, we watched this movie called Barbarian. We went in, no trailer, no. I knew nothing. I just went in on the strength of Rotten Tomatoes, and the reviews were good. I was just like, "What's this? What's that you say about that Barbarian?" You know. So I hit Sabrina. I was like, "Yo, you want to go to the movies and watch Barbarian? Raw, no lead up, no trailers, no nothing." She was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we went in there. The only thing I did was just look up the actors in it. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then we went in there not knowing what to expect. It's a horror movie in the vein of the old school horror movies. So the premise is, and spoiler alert in this review. So the premise is, no, you know what?
No, I was going to say don't do that because
They want the spoilers.
No, I don't. No, I want you guys to go see it. I want this movie to do good because
But I want to give them a spoiler review.
do it towards the end.
I don't even want to give the premise of what it's about because it's impossible to describe this movie without spoiling.
So this man and woman booked the same Airbnb on the same day. And so the man got there first. The woman shows up later and she's like, wait, but I booked this. He's like, no, but I booked this. And so stupidly, she ends up sleeping there and a whole bunch of things start to unfold within the house because the house has secrets.
Okay. But we gotta go deeper than that.
I know. And the secrets start to come alive. People in the neighborhood know about it. This homeless guy tried to warn the girl.
You just spoiled something.
That's not a spoiler about what the secret is.
But that's a spoiler.
That's
for
a
sure.
spoiler?
Absolutely.
Okay. You're right. That scene was actually.
Come on, man.
But that scene was obvious. We knew that. We knew.
No, man, but yeah.
All right, before the spoiling, watch the movie and then come back to this review. Watch the movie because it's so good. It's so good when you don't know what's about to happen.
That's, I know a lot of people don't come into movies just going in blind, but You know, it's a horror movie. I like going in because I got no pre-existing visuals of nothing. I just went in on the poster and the name of the movie. Like she said, they both double booked the Airbnb, and the house has some extra shit going on, and they got to deal with it, and they got to survive and deal with the extra shit that's going on in the house. Now, on the review side of it, no spoiler. The review side of it, I like this movie because I didn't know what was going to happen next. I didn't know which way the story was going. I didn't know who to trust. And the way the movie was set up plot-wise and the way they executed it, it was just like, wait, what? And now we're here and now we're there? Okay. All right. Because for a second there, you're like, well, what the hell is this? How does this guy and this character and what he's going through tie into what just happened? Like, because you get to the halfway mark and you're just like, yo, and then they cut it and then they go to something else and they go introduce a whole new character and you're just like, wait, what the fuck is, how are we getting back to that? And then it all comes back full circle. And it's just like, oh, okay. And then we go back in time and it's just like, oh, okay. And then, oh, okay. And then, so it's so many reveals and so many, kind of like twists and turns. There's some twists and turns in here that you're just like, oh, well then, okay. Well then how? And my biggest question, and it's the question that haunts me about this movie, and I can't stop. I'll just text Sabrina and just be like, you know, can I say it? Can I just say the question?
Because it doesn't make sense when you ask it. So yeah.
Where is she getting the milk from?
Period.
That's the biggest question I have about this movie and about what I saw. Where is she getting the milk? And that's anybody who has ever seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But where is she getting the milk? That's my review of Barbarian. But I will say, you know, I'm giving Barbarian 4 saxophones out of 5.
Yes.
It was entertaining. It was a good time. I wasn't bored. And where is she getting the milk from? Definitely didn't know what to expect. Definitely didn't know how it was going to turn out. And it was a good watch. And now I kind of low key, I want to not watch trailers anymore at all.
It was so fun.
It was just fun going in completely blind, not seeing nothing. And yeah, where is she getting the milk from? I'm gonna let that sit in your soul. How many saxophones you giving it?
Man, I want to give it. I want to give it 5 because I know it's going to be a classic in my heart. I know I can always go back to it, and the funny parts are always going to be funny.
Yeah,
I already know, like, especially as somebody who has been like fiending for a good horror movie. That's all right. I'm gonna say it like this: we're always complaining that Hollywood is not original.
yeah.
We're always like, just give us an original. Just do this is the most original movie you can go see right now. And it's refreshing. It's actually terrifying. It's funny. It makes you feel like kind of bad when you shouldn't.
I felt bad.
Yeah, like you're like,
oh. I was just like, man, come on, man.
And it's like, it's a great movie. And it's definitely going to be one of those like cult classics down the line once people realize, like once everybody is like, wait a second, how did this one slip by? You know what I mean? That's why I want everyone to go see it now while it's still in the theaters. So it deserves people's money, because it's new, it's different, it's disturbing, it's funny, it's a good ride, it's a wild ride. Do not.
So 5.
Zombie, I'm giving it a 5.
Okay. 5 and 4, y'all. So go watch it. Are they actually barbarians in it? I mean, what is the definition of a barbarian? Let's look it up. Hold on. Barbarian.
If you're not a horror fan, then fine. You can
because some people just don't fuck.
Do what you got to do as far as spoilers go. But if you want something that makes you feel something, makes you feel alive, go watch this.
So barbarian is defined as a person from an alien land, culture, or group believed to be inferior, uncivilized, or violent, used chiefly in historical references.
Oh,
A
so
barbarous person is rude, crude, uneducated, or uncivilized person. Another adjectives for barbarian: lacking refinement, learning, or artistic or literary culture. So technically, yeah, some barbarians in there.
yeah.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Somebody asked, Adam asks about Men in Black. I'm gonna answer this question and get the hell up out of here. So let me put this out there. If Men in Black was remade, who would take Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones' place for it to be a box office smash? Here's the problem with that question. Men in Black is too recent to be remade. They can remake it into a TV show, but we've already seen a Men in Black without Tommy Lee and Will Smith crash and burn with Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson with MIB International. So I feel like Men in Black is just too new to be remade, in my opinion. But if you're gonna have like a hot box office draw lead the pictures, it would have to be Leonardo DiCaprio and I'm trying to think who's the hottest young black actor right now.
I don't even know.
Wanna
Caleb.
Nah,
Damson?
he might be too young.
Yeah, I just
I
thought
think people still don't really know him.
That's true.
Like he's not.
Well,
Michael
what's
B.
the-
Jordan is who I thought of initially because he can bring people to the theater. Idris is too old.
What was the dude that played in Star Wars?
Donald Glover?
Nah.
Oh, what's
The-
his
the
name?
young-
I just you know
Dang,
he was
what's
in my
his
dream
name?
last night.
He was?
Yeah.
I can't remember his name though. But I think I know who I'm talking
John
about.
Boyega.
John
Boyega, that's
Boyega.
his
Yeah.
Or
I don't know if he's
Why
a
not-
box office draw on his own yet.
why not Keke Palmer? Why does it have to be a guy?
It doesn't have to be a guy.
I think Keke Palmer would be a good time in Men in Black.
I think so too. But when they had the girl guy, it fizzled.
Yeah, but she wasn't Keke Palmer.
But Tessa Thompson ain't no slouch.
I'm not saying she is, but she's no Keke Palmer. Because think about like the way she be reacting to things, especially aliens,
Yeah.
and just like her personality.
Keke Palmer is the closest thing to a Will Smith personality.
Yeah.
Because she has the personality, the attitude. Like I could see her coming in with like, yo, man, I got this down, just like Will Smith was
Yep.
in Men in Black. Jonathan Majors is not a draw.
I love Jonathan Majors.
Because we got to think about Lakeith might be a draw, but
Lakeith looked like an alien.
that's the thing. I can't really see him playing a role like Agent K. Or was it J? Agent J.
Oh, this dude.
Oh, that's what he said.
Oh, that's-
yeah,
oh,
not
that's that guy?
enough people know him dancing.
Damson?
Yeah,
Shit.
he's not.
They pull up though. Shoot, I don't know. Oh, this kid also would have a good person because he kills it in Blackish.
The
His
kid from
personality.
Blackish.
Yeah, but I feel like he would be able
me
to
see.
like embody that too.
Oh, that's the
Donald Glover could be a box office draw.
This is true.
he could be. I don't know how his personality would work in Men in Black though.
Yeah.
From what I've seen him in, you know.
Because really, when you think about Donald Glover and you think about his performances, he can give you that arrogance and cockiness and because he's not that type of character in Atlanta, but we've seen that from him in other things where he could be that Agent J type joint. I don't think Donald Glover is laid back. Like if you hadn't seen Donald Glover in like Community, he's not laid back. He has those pockets where he can turn up the energy if he wants to.
I have a question because somebody said, is Drake too old? Now, if Drake tried to come back to acting, are we going to take him serious? Because he started as an actor. I mean, hell, he played a kid who got shot, and destroyed his basketball dreams and had to be in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And Jimmy, I believe Jimmy so much that when Drake first came out, I would listen to him. When I first saw him, I said, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Jimmy is Drake this whole time?
Yeah.
Be like,
the only thing is I don't have any experience with Degrassi, so I never watched the show.
I'll never forget that day that I
Yeah.
was like, Jimmy is Drake? Because I thought Jimmy was a cornball. I was like, he doing too much. But he really sold, like, I believe Jimmy. I believe the cornball in him. So I guess he wasn't really even acting.
I would take Drake seriously as an actor, but I take musicians when they I give you a chance.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna be a musician and you dip into acting, I'm gonna give you a chance.
I think he has the potential to do it.
Drake, from what I've seen on like SNL and when he does like little acting things, I'll be rocking with Drake on the acting tip. So, and he was an actor first, so Drake might be a good.
It could be. I can see him.
Good look.
I feel like he would be a lot better if he was like in something with a slight bit of comedy, like a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like,
and Men in Black has those little comedic beats.
Yeah.
I don't know how he would look doing action, but because Will Smith looks good doing action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Drake is just so goofy.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only thing that would make it like a slight to him. Because he doesn't really take himself super serious.
Right.
Oh, somebody said Bad Bunny and the MIB would go off. But let me just say this. I don't think I agree with that. But Bad Bunny and Bullet Train, I enjoyed it. And I would want to see more of him in action.
He did his thing.
He did his thing. He came through. It wasn't.
They didn't give him a lot to say.
It wasn't a lot.
Yeah. But he didn't say much in the movie, but he showed a lot because how they set up the story and why he was doing what he was doing. They had to. You had to see his transition
and his facial expression when he first saw. He was like,
right.
And I was like, oh, she really mad, and like you feel it. So I do believe Bad Bunny can deliver in action, but I don't think Men in Black.
Office draw.
Yeah,
because that's the thing. The question was, it was going to be a box office smash, and you need somebody that. That's why I put Leo in the veteran role because Leo is going to bring box office. So now we just got to pair him up with a hot.
That's right.
And I feel like the hottest black actor box office wise outside of Denzel Washington is Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Because he has, the Creeds under his belt. His turn in Black Panther is considered one of the best villains in the Marvel Universe. And even the movie Mercy did well. So and I also think Jamie Foxx would be outstanding as a Men in Black agent. Because I feel like Jamie Foxx can do anything.
That would probably be a really good choice.
That would be a good draw. Because it's like we're reuniting you with Django Unchained.
Yeah.
We got Leo, we got Jamie.
They already have some chemistry there, so
the chemistry is there, and Jamie Foxx he's still a box office draw, and he could do damn near anything. So Jamie Foxx might
be a better
Jamie Foxx and Leonardo DiCaprio in a Men in Black.
I would watch
remake. I would watch the shit out of that. Let's go with that. All right, y'all. We out of here. We done ran long. We done did an hour and a half in this. So there will be no Gross Point Bake today because I need an editor. So we're putting that on ice for now. I still got some episodes in the chamber that have yet to be released. As soon as we get the editor, though, we back because I love the show. And I hope y'all are digging it too. And I like creating those lists. Yeah, y'all. The movie with Queen Latifah and Ludacris was bad. The End of the Road. We watched it last night on the watch party tip, and we did not enjoy it. We did not have a good time.
The way you came out, and I was like, how was it? You're like,
we didn't like it. Sabrina said she was going to watch it with us, and she didn't.
Because I had to cook.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't have a laptop right now. I wasn't going to watch it over your shoulder, especially since you watch it with headphones on. I couldn't hear it. You would have starved. The meal was good, though. Was it a good sacrifice?
Food was good.
All right, then. Talk to me nice.
But Sabrina be lying to me, yeah. And it
I told you
hurts.
that after I was like, man, I want to watch it with you, but I don't have a laptop.
I
would
don't think
have
I
to-
heard that back end.
Oh.
But I remember about the laptop thing. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna pull up on y'all," and then
I said I want to pull up on y'all, but I knew I couldn't.
you know what I'm saying, what I'm talking about. But it wasn't good, y'all.
It sucks.
It wasn't good. And we watched a She-Hulk episode as well. I fell asleep during that, but you know, it is what it is. She-Hulk looked too fake in episode 2. She looked mad fake. I was just like, I don't know how long I can deal with the mad fake visuals. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in to another session of that verbal cardio.